We're recording.
We're recording.
Yes. Hello, people. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose,
where two black-ass girls invade the whitest show on earth, The
Bachelorette.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Justine.
And we just watched the Men Tell All special.
Yeah, the men don't
Tell
say
some
shit.
things. Like, can I say something? So, I love a good reunion show, but I fucking hate the Bachelor/Bachelorette reunion shows.
Honestly, what is the missing piece? Because every reunion show is always good.
Always good.
Yeah.
But these are so unsatisfying because they never talk about the things that you really want to get to, like, the juice and dirt about.
Yeah.
They're, with the ABC and The Bachelor, they're kind of tiptoeing because they're, you know, like, we're on ABC, we got to keep things kosher, we got kids watching this channel. Like, they can't get really into it because, I mean, I'm going to get into this, my initial thoughts, but, like, I want to talk about Lincoln being a full-on convicted sex offender on your goddamn show.
Hello!
I want us to address Garrett and his crazy-ass tweets.
Would love.
I want to, like, there's so much, like, things that it just wasn't satisfying. Like, it was just, yeah. Should we just go straight into initial thoughts?
Yeah, let's just go into it.
Let me just go. I'm already on my rant, so. Way too much Jordan.
Ugh.
Not enough Joe, the grocer.
Hello? Well, he wasn't giving us anything, but...
He wasn't giving us,
you know.
Not but 2-3 words here and there. But still, didn't get... So that was very unsatisfying. No talk of Lincoln and Garrett. So we're just going to sit here and pretend like y'all didn't cast a full-on sex offender and a full-on bigot on your show. We're just going to sweep that under the rug like that never happened. Okay. Like... Oh my God. So I was already unsatisfied from that.
Yeah.
And then on a completely different note, other initial thought, Colton, in his bid for The Bachelor, he's going to have a super edit on Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, yep, I agreed.
Because there was a lot of, he was speaking up a lot, which I ain't going to fault you, he had a lot to say. But someone who's going to potentially try to be the next Bachelor, you have to leave Men Tell All in a good light.
Yeah.
And he had too many run-ins with people.
Way too much drama.
Way too much drama, way too many run-ins. And then him and Jordan kept getting into it. So Jordan kept bringing up the Tia thing over and over. So the Tia thing should have been one little segment. Instead, it was brought up multiple times.
Yeah.
And so that reminder is kind of icky to people. So he gonna have to pull out with, like, a real... like, very sympathetic edit on Bachelor in Paradise for him to be the Bachelor, I feel like.
And I can't imagine that he would have a very sympathetic edit and not fall in love.
Right, already on the show.
That's a lot to ask.
I was ready for it. I was ready for a Bachelor, Colton as the Bachelor.
Colton the Bachelor? Yeah, so was I was prepped, I felt like.
I was prepped and ready. If you ain't gonna give us a black man or a man of any strand of melanin, I'll take the virgin.
Strand?
I'll take that. I'll take a minority of some sort.
Right.
He's a minority.
Do you see the desperation that we have come to?
Desperation.
We have come to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed virgin, and we're like, well, this'll do.
This'll do. I'll take him. At least he's fucking pretty to look at. I'll just die to watch him every season or every episode. Oh my God. But so yeah, those are my initial thoughts. What
nice.
about you, friend?
Well, as we discussed in our pre-show talks, you didn't have any moments, correct?
No, I didn't have any, like, Wakanda, all that stuff. I did not. No, it's kind of hard to do in a reunion show. But.
Yeah, it was all over the place. My only moment was that Jean Blanc is the nigga who isn't shit for the year.
For the year?
The year.
Yes.
The whole year.
Yes. Oh my God, that guy's whack as shit. What are you gonna say?
Is corny.
Cornball.
His hair is never on point. I don't know who's not cutting his hair. Or if he's on a natural hair journey. I don't know what's going on. His hair was awful.
I didn't even see it. What was up with it?
It looked like he just had too much ORS sheen in his head. Too much grease.
Dripping in the back.
Terrible. He looked like he had glitter on his head. He is still keeping up with this gimmick, and I don't know if he ever took a marketing 101 class, but like, this is not how you do it, my guy. We have been watching reality TV for over 20 years. You should know that this is not how you do it.
Like with the selling the perfume?
Yes, with this whole perfume gag, like, persona.
I'm shocked that they even gave him that moment.
I know.
Or that they chose to show that moment.
I know,
I'm sure
yeah.
that they could have edited that shit out, but they, like, chose to give him that little platform. And everybody was like, oh. Like, collective America, like, just rolled their eyes. It was so stupid.
God. Seeing the girls pinch their nose was hysterical. Because they were like, no, fuck out of here. Get out of here with this. Oh my god.
Nobody wants your bottle of juice.
Nobody wants you. And not enough Christone. This is a problem for me.
Not enough.
Christone's fine ass was sitting there, and I would have liked to see him in the hot seat, frankly.
What he would have talked about in the hot seat, I mean,
Don't
nothing.
care. Don't care at all.
I just want to see him under the spotlight. Christone, though, I'm sorry. What the fuck did he have on?
I mean,
he looked like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. That's what I wrote down. He had on that black suit with the white button down that had just like a humongous collar on it. And the collar was stretched over the lapel. Like, he looked like he was going to Studio 54. I was so mad at that outfit. Too fine to be dressing like that. Way too fine to dress like that.
The outfits on this Men Tell All were something else.
God,
I don't remember Rachel's being this flamboyant.
Yeah, just a lot happening.
Yeah, a lot of peacocks.
A lot of peacocking. A lot of, somebody wrote on Twitter, like, everyone was trying to be on trend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it was too trendy. Yes. Way too trendy.
Yeah.
That they all just looked ridiculous. Like, they all had on costumes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially, like, Connor. Connor looked like he had a costume on.
Full-on costume. Like, the blazer had a whole print going. Yeah. Then he had the man capris on again. This whole no sock thing. I know. I don't get it.
So those are my initial thoughts.
All right. So, first thing, rate, review, subscribe, everybody. We say it every week. I'm going to keep saying it. Justine and I, we get payment through your review. How about that, if I put it that way?
Oh, yes. We get payment through your love,
by
and
you
you
writing
have to show
a review.
it.
Yes, by you rating us on whatever platform that you listen to us on, and then writing us some nice little words of, wisdom to keep us through the day. Mm-hmm. That is your way of giving back to us. So please rate, review, subscribe. As always, hit us up on Twitter. Our Twitter is live. Mm-hmm. I'm just really into testing out all the features. I almost did a live video. I was gonna text you about it. Yeah. I was just like in the mood, and the mental was so fucking boring that I was like,
why not?
If I did a little live video or whatever. I almost did it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not prepared for this, and I can't write notes and do this all at the same time. So
okay.
But yeah, I'm trying to test out the new features. Y'all been seeing the polls I've been putting out there.
Yep.
Our Twitter's live. Hit us up on Twitter. The handle is the number 2 BLK girls, the number 1 Rose.
And also, you can email us. We love reading your emails, and some of them are just so long and delicious, and we just love it. You guys are so fun. And sometimes we do email call-outs, too, during the middle of the episode, because we are 2 New York women of the same demographic. So sometimes we don't know about certain things that are happening in other parts of the country, like Virginia being the city for lovers, or Richmond, Virginia. So email us at the number 2 blackgirls, the number 1 rose @gmail.com. And you can also find us on Facebook. Just search 2 black girls, 1 rose, and we're there. You could also review us there too, if you don't have iTunes.
Yes, you can. Thank you. All right. So before we go into the recap, we do have some church announcements. Whip out your program. Got some great emails. What we got this week, Justine?
We did. We got some love from Sarah, Bevan, Xana, and Alexis. We got 2 Alexises this week.
Alexi.
So thank you guys for the love. You guys said some really nice personal emails and with just filled with love and just goodness. So we love reading those. And then one of the Alexises sent over a story about her parents, who one is a Democrat and one was past tense, a Republican, and opened up his heart to her left-wing protesting sign-making mother. And we love it. We love that story.
Yes.
It's a great one.
Bring them all over, please.
Yep.
Is that it for church announcements?
That's it.
Fucking motorcycle riding through Harlem. Awesome. All right. Oh, God. Do you know what time it is, Justine?
Oh, shit, girl. It hasn't been this time in weeks.
It hasn't been this time in a long time.
Oh,
it's time
girl.
for the Peter
and Eric update.
So exciting. Our niggas are finally doing something. So, I'll go first.
Okay.
Peter is now on Instagram. He's partnered with Bumble,
This is wild.
the dating app for those of you who are, happy and in love and ain't in this world like I am. He is partnered with Bumble, the dating app. That's the one where women have like the power and whatnot.
Oh, right.
Or it's the one where women have to send the first message, basically. Bumble is actually the dating app where I've had the most success on. So
Okay.
I'm doing the air quotes, guys. Success, meaning I've been on the most dates from Bumble. Obviously, I'm single and still out here. But yeah, it was interesting to see that he's partnered with Bumble. Another interesting thing, have you been on Bumble? I've showed you mine Bumble.
Yes.
Before. So on Bumble, when you bring it up, the first, 7 guys that come up are always models.
Really?
It's very strange. If anyone's on Bumble, they know what I'm talking about. The first 7 guys that come up, you swipe through. It's Wilhelmina model, this other hot guy that looks fake, this other really good looking guy who is a IMG model. It's just 7 first guys always just look amazing, and then guy number 8 is a fucking leper.
5, 7.
It gets into the real batch of people.
Right.
It's very strange. So I'm just imagining Peter on Bumble.
Right. Yeah.
Quote unquote, if he actually is or just partnered with them, and he'd definitely be part of that collective first 7 men.
Oh my God. I wonder if that I have so many questions about that algorithm. Why the number 7? Why are they models?
7. I don't know if it's exactly 7, but it's always the first batch of guys.
Yeah.
Are always really, really good looking. They look fake.
Right. And they probably are.
They probably are fake, and I don't know why. I'm really interested to hear the thought process behind the Bumble engineers, why they do this.
Me too. I'm wondering all the
hook you in?
specifics.
It's a way to hook you in, I guess.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah. It's just very strange. But Peter would be one of those guys.
Oh, it's a play of video. He probably welcomes you. Welcome to Bumble. I'm Peter. I'm single too.
So yeah, so all the ladies in, where does he live? Madison?
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Girl, I don't know.
All the Madison ladies. Hit us up if you see my man Peter on Bumble.
Yeah, that would be exciting.
Screenshot it. Send us those screenshots. Those are screenshots I want to see, actually.
Yep.
So he's Peter. He's partnered with Bumble. He's also partnered with Sony. And had a post about, it was him with a camera, and the caption was, "Picking up old passions brings life new joys." Now, Peter, stop pretending like you were out here being a photographer.
Yeah, Peter, what?
So this is the thing about this world of influencers.
Yeah.
Or I was talking about it with my coworkers the other day. It's just so if you're gonna be selling randomness. Sell randomness that we all know is your thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If on The Bachelor or on The Bachelorette, whatever, on The Bachelorette, he was known for photography and was really into taking pictures, and then now he's selling okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But now when they're selling just random objects and just random like things that aren't even part of your like brands really, or about like your personality, what we know you as.
Right.
How is it supposed to be effectively like influencing me? You know what I mean? Like, I would buy a camera from someone who is a known photographer. Why am I buying a camera because Peter is telling me to buy a camera? Like, I don't understand the influencing world.
That's the thing. And you know that they tell them exactly what to say. So my question is, why wouldn't they sell Peter as a new photographer of like, I'm behind the camera now, taking control. Let's see what we can find out, and have like a whole story of him doing the whole thing with the Sony camera. Sony, this is a free idea. You're welcome.
So him, like, playing off being, like, a new photographer, and, like, here's their new, like, easy point-and-shoot camera just for, like, amateurs.
Right, and, like, now he's behind the camera. He's recording his fucking boot camp. He's, you know, like, doing his dog, whatever, his little life. Like, like, there's just so many other avenues that he could have taken, and they just took the lazy route.
Right, him with a camera, look at me picking up new hobbies, like, stop. So interesting. I don't know. Love Peter, love him to death. Just been following the new sponsorships and things that he has, and just really perplexed by this entire world of influencing, and like, I don't get it at all.
Yeah.
And then, that's pretty much it. He had a video, he did the whole, Kiki,
the In My Feelings challenge?
The In My Feelings challenge with his cute little niece. It was cute.
Oh.
It was cute.
Is it still up?
Too. It's still up. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll watch it.
It's still up, and he had some moves. He had some rhythm. So.
Okay, good.
That's it from my boy.
Nice.
Just a little update on his business deals. Like, I don't even know. It's really searching, guys. I really wanted to bring back Peter and Eric update. I'm still just updating you on what the fuck he's sponsoring. But,
yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's Eric up to?
Eric was at the Mental Law.
That's your update.
So that's what the fuck he's up to. Okay.
So he ain't up to shit.
No, he's still doing yoga poses on Runyon Canyon or wherever you all Los Angeles people go. Mm-hmm. And looking fine. That's it.
That's it. All right. Mm-hmm. Moving right along. Nothing for Bachelor Nation news. Let's just go straight into the recap.
Yep. Let's do it.
So, Men Tell All starting up. Chris Harrison comes out, who's going to be our whack-ass host for this unsatisfying reunion.
Oh my god. And who else could they get to host this? Because they need another host for this.
But it's not even Chris Harrison that makes the reunion so whack. It's the fact that it's like ABC, and they can't do anything too. This will never be VH1 where they're about to throw down. Like, we won't get that. That's what we want, because that's what we know of a reunion show.
Yeah.
But we'll never get that.
Ugh.
So unfortunate. I will literally miss an entire season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I will tune in for that damn reunion. Straight up. God. Straight up. You love, Potomac? Real Housewives of Potomac?
Love.
I haven't watched the full season, but I think I've seen every reunion that they've hosted. Because VH1 and Bravo know how to put on a reunion show.
They do.
ABC needs some help.
Yep.
So anyways, Chris Harrison, he's our host. He comes out, he announces some of the guys that are there. Everyone's cheering. Chris R., Gospel Chris, got some boos from the audience.
Oh, yeah. And we learned from one of our emails that he's really got a negative impression on Reddit.
Right, yeah. So people in the email were saying how Reddit, I guess there's there's a whole world on Reddit that we're just not even tuned into. But people on Reddit have very strong feelings about people. So apparently Colton, everyone fucking hates Colton on Reddit. And Chris R., apparently everybody fucking hates him, but he goes on Reddit to defend himself.
Yes, that's the thing. He jumped in the ball pit. Why'd you jump in?
Oh my god. That must be hard though, just reading. But just stay off the blogs then. I don't know.
But that would be hard to do. I would imagine. If there's a whole world of threads and threads and threads of people talking cash, money, shit about you.
Yeah.
That's hard to ignore.
to ignore it. You're gonna have to tune in, and then you're gonna get addicted to tuning in, and then before you know it, you're fighting in the comments with 12-year-olds who are writing shit about you on Reddit. Like, that's why it's like don't even partake at all, because once you go in, it's just a slippery slope.
Yep.
So, anyways, Chris gets some booze. We immediately open up with a promo for Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
So that's how they like hook us in, because they know the reunion's about to be shit.
Yeah, boring. Yeah.
So we got Crystal, a lot of Jordan, of course. Jenna, our girl Jenna, has pink hair. Did you notice that?
Oh no, I didn't. But
it looked like a sandy pink. Yeah, always loved Jenna. We got your man Eric rubbing somebody down in some baby oil.
Well, that's exciting.
Is that you? You did a little. A little cameo on Bachelor in Paradise.
Imagine! Oh my god.
Oh, if you like disappear one weekend and like, I have to go home for the weekend, and then I tune in and see you on Bachelor in Paradise.
Getting rubbed down by Eric talking about the solar system.
Oh my god. Miracle season. Oh my god. We have Kendall in a love triangle with Grocery Store Joe and Leo.
How the fuck?
I don't even understand this.
No, me either. How?
I can see Kendall and Grocery Store Joe. I can see this.
Oh yeah.
It's not my ideal, but I can see it. Because he's so regular schmegular and she's so just like easy breezy.
Right.
I can see that. Leo and Kendall, I don't see that at all.
Me either, but I also see Leo hooking on to whoever would like him just to stay on the show.
Yeah. Yes, I can totally see that.
And I could see Kendall being really attracted to Leo physically. Not sure about this whole mental thing, because I really don't know who he is. He like freaks me out. So.
Freaks you out.
He does. He like weirds me out. I don't know. So yeah, like I could see it that way.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, who cares? So Leo,
who cares?
We have Leo calling Joe out, calling him grocery store bitch, which I really appreciate. And I automatically hate the shit out of Leo. Do not call my husband no damn bitch.
No.
You Fabio lookalike. We have a Shoshana, who I have no recollection of who this is, but she's being accused of being a Russian witch.
Whoa, that's dangerous talk for these days.
Yep. And we have Chris R. making out with Tia.
Yikes.
And him claiming to be falling in love with Tia.
Well, that will match up, because Tia falls in love after 20 minutes.
With everybody in no time. And then we have Tia and Colton crying, like, together, so I don't know what that's about. And then we have appearances from Ari and Lauren B, which...
What?
Did you not see the promo?
No. Oh, no, I saw the tail end of it.
Yes, Ari and his soon-to-be wife... Lauren B, the Becky of a lifetime, will be making an appearance.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean, no one sent for y'all, so I don't know why y'all coming, but okay. Then we have Ashley I and Jared. I guess they get engaged on the beach, not sure. We have Amanda and Robbie coming back to Paradise for like round 3-4. I feel like they've been there all the damn time.
Okay.
Do you know, you have no idea who any of these people are?
No, I'm looking at you like, huh? Who? I don't even know if Robbie's a female or a male.
I'm so excited. This is your first Paradise.
It is my first Paradise.
So you'll learn the characters, but
oh boy.
Amanda, Robbie, they've been on this show like multiple times. They'll be there. Jordan had the line of the preview about Robbie where he said Robbie has had more work done to his face than all of the fake boobs here in Paradise.
Oh, yikes.
Which I really appreciate, because I have been saying for the longest, I'm pretty sure I tweeted it once, that Robbie looks like a cyborg. He looks like the Terminator, that man, and his face would melt off and you reveal his like silver aluminum underneath. That is what he looks, because his face looks so just manufactured. He looked like he came off of a conveyor belt, like a pen Barbie doll, and not in a good way. And then just a lot of crying, Chelsea hyperventilating, just all the dramatics.
Chelsea was bugging.
Like, who are you bugging over in that way where you could not catch a breath?
Hopefully it was her son, because anyone else, any other nigga out there, I can't even fathom. It's worth it.
Yeah, I hope that was her missing her son.
Her baby.
To, talk to him or something. So that was the Bachelor in Paradise promo. Then, we saw Eric and Crystal, Kendall and Bibiana in the audience. 2 people missing from the promo. Venmo John and Wills.
Venmo John, Wills, and Nisha.
Didn't see any of them, really.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, we know they're in Paradise. We just didn't see them all in the preview.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then we say hello to everybody, all the guys who are there. A random collection of guys.
Very random.
We have Christian, he went home night 1. He was the man, I think was born in Mexico.
Yes. Soccer player. Yep.
But also had maybe 3 seconds of screen time. He was there. Camille, I had to look his name up because I definitely didn't remember. Camille, he was the social media influencer.
I remember.
That was his title. He was there. Jake, the guy I said who looked like the Joker, but he was the guy from Becca's hometown. A friend of a friend. That was him.
Listen, when I tell you when Jason got up for the hot seat, I said, who is that nigga behind Jason? That was him. Okay.
That was him.
Okay.
Which when I first saw him, I was like, oh, they're going to do, rehash that again? I would have loved to see that again.
No.
Make him look like a fucking idiot. But they didn't go into it. He literally didn't say a word the whole time.
Nope.
The 3 of them there, very, very random.
Yeah.
Then we had Kristan, beautiful Kristan. John, Venmo John.
Yep.
Jean Blanc, Grocery Store Joe. Nick, the White Josiah. Connor, Jordan, Chris R. David, Leo, Wills, Colton, Jason.
Nice. Yep.
So, the regulars. So, first we see just a reel of just, all the heated moments of the season. We see Jean Blanc again telling Becca that he's falling in love with her. We see Chris R., his mental breakdown, and his confrontation with Wills, which was pretty epic. And then we see all of Jordan's just shenanigans, all his clashes with David, clashes with Colton, all that foolishness. So first up, they put Chris R. in the hot, well, not in the hot seat, but they put him on pressure. What the hell is going on with you?
Yeah.
He admits he lost control, and then Connor kind of chimes in look, I never even got a one-on-one date,
and yet true. Stayed there for 3 trips.
Yeah, stayed for hella long, never lost my shit. I managed to keep it together. What the hell were you going through, my dude? And then, all the guys chimed in. All of them were basically just bruh, shut up. There's no excuse for the way you acted. There's being stressed and being, feeling some type of way because there's other guys there. You feel, some type of way, blah, blah, blah. You're, not getting all the time and jealous of everybody, blah, blah, blah. But he lost his shit, and there's no excuse.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing really safe for that. There's no explanation needed. And then we have Jean Blanc, who, before he even gets to say his piece, Colton immediately jumps in and is like, anything you have to say right now is just bullshit.
Yeah, he was after him. He was after a few people tonight.
Colton, right? He came with an agenda.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, he had a target list of people he's going to come for.
Yes.
Yeah. So he came for Jean Blanc. Jean Blanc came right back at him with a low blow.
The lowest.
The lowest of blows.
The lowest.
Something, Colton, you acting like a pussy, but you never seen one. Just a low blow, uncalled for, cheap shot. No one appreciates this. No one laughed at it. No one was like, ooh, yeah, that's a good one. You just are a whack piece of shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Jean Blanc still alleging he was actually falling in love with her. Everyone called bullshit on this.
Yeah.
Jason said it very well when he said that love is a strong emotion, and I don't agree with someone abusing that emotion when they're in need. And that he needs to apologize to Becca.
And everybody else on the stage.
And everybody else, yeah, because he like fucks it up for everyone else.
Yeah.
She didn't trust nobody for like a week.
Yeah.
After that. So first like big confrontation that they try and dissect is Colton and Jordan, because Colton had a lot to say about Jordan being a clown and all that stuff. Jordan, he made it his mission to basically never let anyone get a word in. And for select people, he had like automatic comebacks. So anything that Colton said, he immediately was going to bring up the Tia thing.
Tia, yes.
And he did it very well. He really came in with this agenda.
Yeah.
And he just came at Colton about the Tia relationship. And then just from there, just had his whole just like song and dance circus of like just stupidness.
Yeah, he had I feel like he had a calculated agenda for someone who was also on Paradise with Colton, and so he knows that Colton can't talk about Tia, and that's why he kept bringing it up.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a strategy.
Colton, yeah, he could really only address Tia as it relates to their little storyline on the show. But couldn't really do too much more defending because they were just in Paradise and he can't really say too much.
Right.
Jordan, he's just so very annoying to me.
Yeah, me too.
He has little funny lines here and there, but it's like I feel like Jordan is what's really hard about casting for reality shows now in like 2018, because he's obviously not there for the right reasons.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm not sure what he's trying to get. Like, is he like social media increase in followers? Like, I'm not really sure what his ultimate agenda is.
You know, guys, we are two educated women who grew up around New York City, so our ambitions and world are much bigger than a lot of these people who go out for The Bachelor who look for fame.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
you
good
know what
point.
I mean? Like, this is really, at this time in his life, his mission is to be infamous on The Bachelor. And I don't understand that perspective. I can't wrap my mind around it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Crystal River, Florida modeling. Crystal Springs, Florida.
Yes.
Aspiring model. Like, I guess he's just trying to get out.
I guess so.
And using any way, shape, or form. Yeah. I can't get I can't get it. And then also just uncomfortable watching him because he's so obviously not there for the right reasons in such a blatant way.
Yeah.
It's almost like insulting to the audience that we're watching this person who was cast for laughs and whatnot on a show that's allegedly serious about finding love, and the show that takes itself like so seriously, but then you cast these clowns.
And he's not that funny. He's like a minstrel.
Yeah, he is like a minstrel show.
Like,
he's just yapping away and just throwing out jokes. Some of them land, some don't.
And yeah, he'll just say whatever to start laughter. Whatever, doesn't matter.
So yeah, just a lot of Jordan. Leo calls him a modern day narcissist, which is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Chris Harrison, turns to David, because David was a big, arch nemesis for Jordan.
Can I just say that CN has gotten into my head about Mr. David and how small he is. I didn't realize this until she pointed this out, and I looked at his outfit and I was like, David, you look like you got that from Janie and Jack.
Janie and Jack?
Doesn't it look like it's from Janie and Jack? Like one of the fancy Easter outfits that you would put like your
looks like a child model.
Oh
he's so
God.
tiny and so young looking.
Oh my God, I never realized until CN pointed out like he is so small. To like, oh my God, he shops at Children's Place. I can't, and he still looks like that. Why do you still look like that?
Terrible.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so David, Chris Harrison is giving him an opportunity to speak. David, I'm going to echo off what Colton said.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Of course. David is the guy at the meeting who's like, well, to piggyback off of Justine.
Oh my God.
Don't piggyback off of me. Have your own thought.
Something.
Get off of me. And now you're just going to sit here and paraphrase what I just said and reframe it like you just said it. I hate these people. To echo off of, to piggyback off of. Just say you don't have original thought and pass the mic to somebody else. How about that?
That's it.
Oh my God. So, I don't even know what he said beyond, he just echoed, repeated Colton, essentially. And then, because no one gives a shit what David says, so just got tossed to the side. Christian, the guy who went home from night one.
Yep.
The guy from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a random from night one who just needs to get their spotlight real quick.
I know. I also not sure of his objective.
Not sure his objective either, because he didn't make it to Paradise. Is he trying to get to Paradise 2019? Like, I'm not sure. What are we trying to do here, Christian? What? I don't know. He's gorgeous, by the way.
Yes, he is.
I'll just put that out there. He's fine as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he chimes in. I don't even know what he's saying. Him and Jordan are going back and forth. He's talking about how he has a real job. He's a banker. Just going back and forth. Jordan calls him out for him wearing fucking Connor capris.
No, they weren't even. But they weren't even. They were like a pedal pusher.
A pedal pusher.
They were just terrible.
Terrible. So he was wearing them too. Jordan points it out. And then Camille, the other guy who went home night one, social media participant.
Why did they even give him a mic?
He chimes in, calling Jordan a basic model, how he would never survive in New York, and they're just doing the whole, I'm a better model than you. Like, it was so stupid.
Yeah, it was
they
could have took all this out. This could have been an hour.
They could have edited all of that out and give me more Grocery Store Joe and put John in the hot seat. Something.
Hello?
Shit. All of that could have gone. Like, anyways, moving right along. First in the hot seat, like the actual hot seat, is Jordan.
Of course. It was like half an hour that we spent with this man.
With Jordan. I was so mad when they were like, and after the commercial break, Jordan in the hot seat. I was like, oh. God.
You guys, at this point, me and Natasha were texting. We don't text during the episodes. We don't talk. We don't speak at all. Yeah. But I was like, Natasha, what are we gonna do?
What are we going to do? Enough of Jordan. And then they had these women in the audience, like, planted. There was, like, one woman who was holding up gold shorts.
Oh, yeah.
And then another woman wearing, like, a male model shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this? Jordan, he's not doing well on his objective, whatever that is, because I looked really quickly. He has 54,000 followers.
That's not a lot.
On Instagram, which is not a lot. Grocery Store Joe has more.
Yeah.
And he was there for a fraction of the time. So.
He can't even use Instagram. All his videos cut off at the wrong time.
All his videos cut off. He is like an old man using Instagram, the way he be posting. And he was on the show for one night. Jordan is out here just doing literally the definition of the absolute most.
Listen.
And it's not paying off, my dude.
Oh,
at least not in what I feel like the way that you want it to pay off, which is more followers on some platform.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jordan's in the hot seat. He's claiming that people don't understand his sense of humor, that they take him too seriously, and that his confidence, he has a lot of confidence, which is just, off-putting to people.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is an act, though, Jordan.
Right.
Particularly the confidence piece, you acting so confident. This is like textbook, like, psychology. You are hiding deeper issues that you are now overcompensating with, like, just being extra confident. Yeah, so it's like he has this thing, like, no one understands me, but this is not garnering any sympathy because you're a narcissist and we all see right through it.
Right, because you're never serious. Like,
never serious.
Never a point where he was a serious person. And he admitted that he wanted to be laughed at and then got mad for being called a clown. But that's the definition of a clown.
Right, and then blaming us for not understanding your humor. It's like, or you're just not funny.
Right. You just need to put on a red nose and some face paint and a red wig and just, keep shucking and jiving. And stop it with this, you're not sophisticated enough for my humor. No, what?
Right. Or I do have a serious side. Yeah, but you haven't showed us that, at all. And now you want us to take you seriously. Anyway, so that was his whole, spiel. And then he did more just, poking at Colton. Just kept poking at him. Kept bringing up the Tia thing again. It was just, part of his mission. And it was just slowly chipping away at Colton's, bid for Bachelor.
Yes!
But every time Jordan brought up the Tia thing, I was like, there's another notch against Colton for Bachelor. And another one. So he was successful in that route, I'd say.
And shout out to anyone who caught Will's faces during this.
Oh, yeah. A lot of faces.
My man was finished.
Done with everyone. And, particularly Jordan.
Yeah.
Was over it. Yeah. Next in the hot seat, our husband.
Grocery store
Joe. Who is just beyond beautiful.
Oh my God, he's so fine. Jesus.
That smile is just everything. It lights up a room.
Yep.
It lights up it lit up the whole audience and America back home.
Yep.
He has the dimples, the just endearingness about him.
His hair too. I love his hair.
Full head of hair. Got the little accent going.
Love it, accent.
I've said it before, he reminds me of a 90s rom-com person. Either the best friend or the leading man. He could do either one. You know what I mean? He could be the sidekick friend.
Yes.
Or the leading man. He's kind of he's like a 2018 modern American Hugh Grant.
Ooh, yes.
That, you know what, that's spot on. I'm gonna
it is.
Because Hugh Grant in rom-coms, he was sometimes the leading man, sometimes the best friend. Mostly leading man though. And he has this kind of endearing kind of bubbliness to him, a little awkward, a little neurotic. That was the love appeal of Hugh Grant, and that is Joe. He's the Chicago 28 modern version of that. And I desperately want him to keep up that image and not get turned out by this franchise.
I know, and get to be an asshole.
I'm so scared of how he's going to look on Bachelor in Paradise.
Me too.
That is my biggest fear, is that I'm going to hate him by the end. But anyways, we got a reel of Grocery Store Joe.
Reel?
It was a 3-second reel. He came, he forgot what he was going to say to Becca, he went home. That was all we got.
That's
basically. And he talked about his experience. It was bad. I went home. What else is there to say? But yeah, he's gotten a lot of social media fame, which is huge, and Chris Harrison is just trying to pull anything out of him, how's this new fame? And he's just it's great. I don't know what you want me to say.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about right here, Chris? What are we saying?
Right. Man of few words. He's not about this life.
Right.
And I love that.
I know, me too.
I totally love it. He's not about this life. He's not here for fame. He's gotten fame just by virtue of literally being himself and showing up on a show for 4 seconds. And yeah, he's a man of few words. He doesn't have much to say. I don't know what Chris Harrison's trying to pull out of him, but you're not going to get it.
No.
And that's that. Will he be the Bachelor? Because this, I feel was a little... I mean, him getting to be in the hot seat, this is his little Bachelor bid moment.
Yeah.
Didn't do too well in the bid because he didn't really say much.
No,
so
didn't do that.
Didn't do all that well. So I feel like we're really relying on his edit on Bachelor in Paradise to see what, his future of... If he could be the future Bachelor.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, if Grocery Store Joe is a Bachelor, you're going to have to find a new podcasting partner, girl, because I am going.
Everybody, this shit is shutting down. Bachelor, 2 Black Girls, 1 Rose is going on an indefinite hiatus. So both of us are going to be in there. Real quick.
Oh my God, Fashion Nova down.
Fashion Nova down. I gotta go figure out my hair. How am I gonna do my hair for this away on this damn show? Yeah, we out. Like, easy. Not even a question. So we'll have to wait and see what happened with Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah.
Next in the hot seat was Will's.
Oh my God, his outfit. Did you love it? I loved it.
I did love this outfit. I really, really did.
Loved it.
Love the outfit. He was wearing a green, navy red plaid suit and some very bright red shoes.
It was like a Chelsea boot.
Yes, it wasn't a shoe. It was like a red, shiny Chelsea boot. It was really cool. His hair was looking fresh. Green eyes were popping. He was looking real cute.
Yep.
I always thought Will's was cute, but I never really, like, looked at him in that way. You and I both don't really do the light-skinned, light-eyed niggas thing, so...
We don't. We really don't. Especially with an almost bald face, and he had that mustache, which was really not it on the season.
Mustache is not it. But he had me... I was looking at him like, okay, Will. That was the best he's looked for me on the show, I think.
Yeah. I loved his outfits throughout the show, so for me, it's just a stamp on his outfits. And I can't wait to see him in Paradise, because he has a full head of cornrows in his little pictures. So,
anyways, Will's is in the hot seat. We got his reel. He's, just Becca's gushing over his style and his nerdiness. Those were his, like, two big, qualities. Lots of kissing with Becca, a lot of him mumbling, classic Will's. Can't really say half the shit hear what he's saying half the time. And then we had to rewatch him getting sent home over Jason, who got the rose on that little 2-on-1, and his little sad goodbye.
Yeah.
And, he just kind of talked about how the hardest part of saying goodbye was when she obviously said, you'll find your person. You'll find your love. It ain't here with me, but you'll find your love. And just how hard it was to go home. And then he shared that how he found that him and Becca, like, really had a connection was when they were in Vegas. And apparently they had the same, like, nursery rhyme as a kid.
As a kid, the parents sung to them.
Yeah. It was cute little, like...
Oh my God, that was adorable.
Little behind the scenes moments. Like, they obviously talk a lot behind, like, we don't see everything.
Right.
So I'd like any moment where we get a little privy to, like, those conversations that we don't really get.
Right, because all we'll see them talking like, oh my God, I really like you. Oh my God, me too, make out. And then you see their confessional, they're like, oh my God, I'm in love with Becca. And you're like, but how'd you get there for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we don't see how, but those little moments are like, oh my God, she's my soulmate. I could see that happening in your head.
I can see it. Thank you. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, because we see Will's 1 second saying I'm in love with her, but yeah, we don't really get a nice, timeline of how we got there.
Yeah, so, right. Or evidence.
Or evidence, proof of this love, like. But it was nice to get that little moment, like the nursery rhyme moment. It's like, all right, we get some insight into it. And then at the end, they just kind of talked about his style and his confidence, and definitely one of the best dressed on the show. Ever, I think. Really took some risks with his outfits. Every outfit was a statement. He really, packed a good suitcase.
He did.
He did. I mean, I want to know... That's one of my biggest questions. I mean, when we interviewed people before, we asked them, like, how the hell did you pack for the show?
Yes.
And it's like, that's a lot of pressure. You're going to be on national television. You know how long you're going to be there for.
Right.
You gotta look good.
Yep.
And Will's took it very seriously.
And, you know what? He always had on a matching set, so it wasn't even like he was mixing and matching his outfits.
Right, he had full sets the whole season. Yep. Full sets. Not a lot of separates. A lot of sets. Okay, next in the hot seat was Colton.
Oh, yeah, baby daddy.
My baby daddy, even though y'all don't be standing for him no more, and I'm over here by myself.
You really are, girl.
Because nobody.
I'm over here. I'm
like,
I
don't fucks with Colton anymore. I still love him, so.
That's whatever. My brother-in-law, I guess. Like.
I ain't say husband. I said baby daddy. Get it straight.
Oh, sorry.
Two other husbands. Grocery Store Joe.
And Blake.
Peter, my original husband.
Oh, yeah, Peter.
Blake also is a husband. So I'm out here with my polygamy ass with my baby daddy on the side. It's a lot of men. Juggling men in my make-believe life. So we get Colton's reel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see him revealing his relationship with Tia to Becca. We see them getting over that hump, and then we see their relationship growing, and then we see him revealing his virginity, and then we see a sad goodbye. So he talked a lot about just being caught off guard about going home, and that he was 100% in love with Becca, which is very strong words. And reiterated again, I was not even thinking about Tia. But, and he made a good point, I like how he put this, how Becca, when she gets to the bottom, when you get to the bottom 3, 4, 5, like, you're looking for any red flags.
Yes.
Anything. He blinks wrong, and you're like, nah, this ain't the one.
Yeah. So,
when Tia came back and, like, spoke her truth, it was basically a done deal. That was, I mean, Becca can say all she wants, that's not what put her over the edge.
Right.
But
yeah,
that 100% was like, all right, this is a giant red flag. That Colton Tia thing is still happening.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to go. So they talked about that a little bit, and then, you know, gotta talk about the virgin thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And he, you know, defended Becca for getting up from the table. You know, everybody was like pissed at her for doing that when he first revealed it.
Right.
But that, you know, she just wanted to collect her thoughts and make sure she said the right thing, because this was a very important moment for Colton. Okay. Essentially.
Yeah, and I can understand that excuse for somebody who had been on TV before. Like, Becca was very cautious about what she said because she was just on TV.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she would do that. I didn't like how it was edited,
maybe. Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally get it too. I want to say the right thing. And so he, you know, they talked to him about, or Chris Harrison talks to him about, like, you know, what was it like revealing to America that you're a virgin on national, you know, television. And he said, you know, revealing he's a virgin was the hardest thing he's ever had to do. And he got very emotional again, talking about, you know, being an athlete, having to make up lies to kind of fit in, and then even here tonight, having to be subjected to, like, these cheap shots. You know, John Blanc, the whole comment about never seen a pussy, some. And, you know, everybody just referring to his virginity as, like, a skeleton or a red flag or a bag, you know, being baggage, and just, you know, just feeling in his feelings about it.
You know, I don't know if it was the particular day that I had today, but I was just not in the mood to feel any sympathy for this big old good-looking white man with his lip quivering on national TV. I did not feel bad for him at all. I had no feelings towards this. I was sitting here looking at my watch like, what? Are we done?
They are definitely hammering in the virgin thing. Like, it's tired at this point.
I'm over it.
Yeah. We've heard all we've needed to hear, I think, from Colton on being a virgin.
You know what I do feel like, though? I do feel like Colton could be the new Ashley I.
Oh, in what way? What do you mean?
He's always crying, and we're always supposed to feel bad for him. And he's a virgin. They have set it up so that Ashley, it's like following the same path.
He's the male Ashley I.
He's the male Ashley I.
Could be, because Ashley I, similarly, she always had a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
She always had little jabs for people.
Yep.
And she rode that virginity story out to the death. So yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. Moving right along.
Yeah.
And next in the hot seat was Jason. Get his slow burn relationship with Becca. Which it is kind of shocking that he made it to the bottom 4, because we actually don't know jack shit about Jason. I feel like I know more about Gospel Chris and about, I don't even know, other people than Jason. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I feel like we don't know that much about him because he's regular.
Very regular, but not in a not in a grocery Joe regular way. He's regular in like a boring kind of way. I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't have a descriptor for him. It's like a
yeah,
nondescript
right.
man. Yeah. Anyways. So yeah, we see their kind of slow burn relationship. We saw the little awkward moment at the temple. We see his sad goodbye. And then on the couch, he's, on the couch with Chris Harrison, he's crying.
He's like really crying.
Still really into it. The little reels that they were showing on the show, the guys were seeing a lot of that for the first time, it looks like.
Oh shit, yeah.
So I don't know if some of them just don't watch. They haven't been watching
last week.
But everyone looked shocked by their reel. Or maybe just seeing it all together at one time. They're like, oh wow, that's a lot of moments of me. And so it feels overwhelming. But yeah, he's on the couch, shedding some tears. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about how from his perspective, like, there weren't any bumps in the road. So that's why, he was completely thrown off.
Yeah.
Which is why for us he looked fucking delusional, because they're really on his end, no bumps in the road. Like,
I know,
everything was all hunky dory. And then he talks about his relationship with his brother, or watching his brother's relationship, and he had his whole moment. Love is love is love.
Fantastic moment.
Straight gay,
shouting out the rights,
whatever,
for everybody.
Yep. And you just know that the Bachelor producers were eating that shit up.
Yes.
Eating that up, trying to redeem themselves for casting a convicted sexual offender and a known bigot on their show. They're in the corner like, look at us, we're progressive. Woohoo! Yeah. We casted a guy whose brother is gay. Like, just really feeling themselves for this. And that was pretty much Jason in the hot seat. Becca was next up.
Yep.
Becca came up looking gorgeous. So she looked gorgeous in her little black and navy strappy lace dress she had on. Jason wanted to speak with her first. What can I do better in the future? They're always like trying to get advice from her. What can I do better in the future? And she's like, nothing. You're perfect the way you are. Just came down to my heart. I had stronger feelings for other people. Blah blah blah. Then, they talk about the Tia situation. Mm-hmm. And she said how, Tia coming back and saying what she said didn't really change what she was going to do. She was always going to send home. Basically, she's saying she was always going to send home Colton.
Which I believe.
I'm not sure if I believe it.
You're not? Really?
I'm like 50-50. Because I feel like she had a really strong connection with Colton, maybe even at the same level, if not more, than Jason. Or maybe I'm only saying that because we saw more of Colton. I never fully understood her connection with Jason, because we never really saw much of Jason and how their love developed. Suddenly he was in the bottom 4 and he's getting all this camera time, but we didn't see him for most of the season.
You know what I think Jason was with her, even though they did have a physical connection too? Mm-hmm. I do think that Jason was like the guy who ticked every box.
Okay, so like looked good on paper kind of thing?
Like a looked good on paper type of guy. And Colton was just not that, because he dated her friend. Mm-hmm. So that's part of it.
Yep, coming in strong, Colton.
That's something too. Mm-hmm. B, he
is a virgin.
But he's like a virgin in a weird situation. Like, if Jason was the virgin, he was just in Buffalo, New York, working in finance, fine. But this is a retired NFL player who's a virgin, so, like, there's layers to this.
There's layers to this.
So I think those two things had her, like,
already done with him. Yeah, that's true. I think, Colton did have a lot going against him, so... Mm-hmm. Tia thing probably didn't help. And then they asked her, what are your thoughts on like Colton being a virgin, and she revealed that she's dated a virgin before, so for her it wasn't really a make or break thing. Mm-hmm. Which I could see that, because she, Christian
in the church.
Right. I'm sure she's interacted with many guys who are virgins. Mm-hmm. Wills let her know she helped him heal in a way that wasn't possible.
Oh my God.
And asked her the same question as Jason, where did I go wrong? stop asking this question. It was just pissing me off. Like,
it was really sad.
The answer is always going to be, it's not you. I had stronger feelings for the other
guys.
Like, I don't know what answer they're trying to get at. Like, she's not going to give you anything else. I don't know.
Right. And there probably legitimately isn't anything else.
Right. I don't think there is an answer besides I had stronger feelings for the other guys, and that's it. Next up, Jean Blanc, who invites his crusty ass to the couch. Which, same thing, America did a collective eye roll, because, like, enough. And he tries to explain away his bullshit, claiming that he wasn't trying to backpedal, you know. When I told you I loved you and then took it back, which is literally what you said and did, so I don't know what you're trying to say here. Like, literally you're trying to backpedal.
He had no conclusion.
None.
He was saying all these words, again, saying all these words, none of them in a sequence meant anything.
And none.
Like,
just explaining away to nowhere.
Yeah, nope.
Gave her an apology and then whipped out his whack-ass bottle of juice to present to her. I'm not gonna give any more. We're not gonna give any more attention to that.
No.
Next, Chris, Gospel Chris, wanted to apologize. He gave this long. I just don't even remember what he was apologizing for. Like, he apologizing for all the multiple occasions, me losing my shit, feeling entitled, the, you know, blowing up on everybody, yada yada yada. Didn't he? I feel like he. Like, I didn't understand. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I feel like we said earlier, since he was like all deep into those Reddit comments, people were making a lot of assumptions on how he is in his relationships personally, like outside of the show, like saying he was showing abusive tendencies and gaslighting and like doing all these other crazy things that he probably doesn't do. He probably just wasn't made for reality TV, and then came on here and got jealous that there's 18 other guys dating his girlfriend, and he freaked out.
That's true. That's pretty much it. Trying to defend his character, like, to the death. Like, has to get the last word in and give this long ass apology that, like, it was over it by this point. And then he had a gospel choir come out and sing "I'm Sorry" to Becca again. Yeah. And that was basically the reunion show. That was basically the men's
That was it.
Yeah. They had the bloopers. They always gas up the bloopers. Like, the bloopers, you can't miss the bloopers. And it's always the same bloopers every year.
It's the same
thing.
There's
bugs.
It's fucking bugs.
People trip. Someone hits their mic on, or hits their head on the boom mic. Same old. We saw the preview for next week, our finale. We're in the Maldives. Battle between Blake and Garrett. Kushner. Yeah. And then that was pretty much it. And the credits, we got a millisecond look at Venmo John. Needed more of him.
Which was so funny.
It was so funny.
It was so nerdy funny,
it was. So he brought back up how Jordan, you know, he has 4,000 matches on Tinder. That was like a whole talk on the show. And Venmo John, being a little smarty pants that he is,
a little nerd
him, calculated how one would get to 4,000 matches and like did a whole like beautiful mind like explanation like at the chalkboard with his whole algorithm.
Yes.
Completely lost me, but he sounded and looked adorable.
Me too, but he invented Venmo, so obviously he knows the algorithms of Tinder and like these matching things and all the rest of that.
Yeah. And that was it, guys. That was the episode. Please rate, review, subscribe us.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. Hope you laughed.
Hope you laughed. I don't even know. If you can tell by our tone, we were totally over this reunion, and they just need to either scrap the reunion or just make it more satisfying, bring in a different host, switch it up, something. But year after year, these things are never fun and never a good time.
Oh my god! And it could have been good if they even brought Lincoln up. It could have been good.
Thank you. Just even bring up Lincoln. and just let the guys just roast them. Or just let everyone get a little statement in real quick. Like, anything. But just to completely not even talk about the two big elephants in the room, Lincoln and Garrett, and just give us this whack shit. All right. Whatever.
And may I say, they did do this to Rachel, because they brought in Lee, who was a known bigot, brought him up on the stage, demanded that he apologize to Rachel, demanded that Kenny give him a hug, do all this foolery, and we got none of it for Miss Becca. But whatever.
I think the difference between that is, though, Lee's racist ass was a storyline for them.
True.
Garrett and Lincoln's foolishness is like some behind the scenes shit that they're now dealing with, but they're actually not trying to give it any weight because it's their asses that messed up.
Right.
So it's actually not surprising that they didn't talk about Lincoln or Garrett. It's just like annoying because we know the reunion could have been so much better if they did. But anyways, that's it. Next week, guys, we'll be back for the finale. Yeah. Rate, review, subscribe. Hit us up on Twitter. Our handle is the number 2 BLK Girls, the number 1 Rose.
And email us if you want to email us at the number 2 blackgirls, the number 1 rose @gmail.com.
And that's it.
That's it, guys.
All right. Later.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.